Good morning, I'm Willem Gous from The Human Entrepreneur, and this morning I'm talking to Emma from One Circle HR, which is a virtual HR platform, and we're going to talk about the importance of addressing the HR function within a small business. Let's talk about it. Emma, thank you for joining me this morning on this very crispy Johannesburg morning. So, as the work that I do in the Human Entrepreneurs, I design people into their business so that they can work on the business. Because I add you to the business model, to the financial model, and the strategy, so that the business addresses your needs as well. And one thing I found time and time again is, for people to really have the business that they've always wanted, it takes a small change. It takes one person that you need to put in somewhere. And in many cases, that might even be the HR person. But let's talk about HR and why addressing the HR component within a small business is so important. Because I think we've spoken before, there's a lot of financial issues, legal issues, and so forth. So what are the three reasons or three biggest reasons why we need to address the HR function within small businesses?
Small businesses, it's very vital for a small business to get things right from the beginning, especially for an entrepreneur who's very busy on getting business in, that he cannot focus on how the business is running on the inside. So there are a few things that are very important and vital to get right from the beginning. One of them is compliance and legal compliance with the local labor law, which is very important and vital.
And in South Africa, the labor law changes quite quickly.
Of course.
Okay, cool.
Anywhere around the world, especially in South Africa. The other bit is it's very important to get the right people on board at the beginning to support you with your business strategy and your growth plans. And getting the right people on board would require somebody with that particular expertise. Because as an entrepreneur, you might not be an expert in talent acquisition, etc., etc.
I've seen it time and time again. A very technical person builds this amazing technical business, and then they have to delve into the non-existent human connection side of them to hire people, and they end up hiring the wrong people.
Yes.
And that can cause more problems.
That can cause more problem on the mid and longer term, and then the entrepreneur will need to deal with this. Number 3, which is very important, it's building up the right culture within the organization. So even when it's a small business and you're still growing, you still want to make sure that you maintain the right culture that you wanted from the start. So you will need that your people strategy to be built accordingly, and we need the right people to help you out throughout your journey. So all of this is required, and entrepreneurs, when they are too busy building up the business, they overlook this bit, and then they end up paying a high price later on, whether it's on compliance, legal issues, etc.
Yeah, because I've seen this in some of the entrepreneurs that I've coached and mentored, where first and foremost they didn't comply.
Yes.
They ended up in one instance at the CCMA, where they had to defend that. Another issue was they hired the wrong person, and they ended up sitting with that person, going through the procedure to let them go, and that was 6 months' salaries that they had to pay.
And it's time-consuming and it's costly. Exactly.
He didn't have the cash flow to go with that. And then lastly, he hired so many different people. It wasn't a culture. I always say it looked like a chameleon on a M&M box. It didn't know which color to be.
Yes.
And that caused a lot of problems.
Yes, that's true. So usually the decision is not to hire the right people or not to involve HR people, etc.
Yeah, because
Could
they're
be costly.
expensive. Yeah,
exactly.
Because now I have to employ an HR person who's not adding to production. And I need production because I need cash flow.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why the gig economy is there. as an entrepreneur, you can leverage on the fact that you can reach out to HR talent today on demand as and when you need it. For example, on One Circle, you'll be able to reach out to this particular HR specialist who is based anywhere around the world, and that person can help you out to work on a certain project and deliver that project. Everything virtual, online.
So with One Circle, I just have to reach out, get that talent, and we're not talking necessarily, hi, I'm a student, we just finished my HR degree. We're talking people with real talent, real experience, that can address the issue for me, deliver that on project, on time, help me get that, and then it's done. And I don't have to invest a full-time salary in it.
Exactly.
Excellent. I love that. Thank you for that, Emma. I appreciate it. And I hope this adds a lot of value to your business. Please like, comment, and share as much as you can. Thank you.